I mean, if there was ever a year, Trevor, for a receiver to go in the first round of the Green Bay Packers, this is it.
Shut up and sit down.
One of my buddies, Wes, when we were talking about this draft special, said that he's got his popcorn ready, and it's just going to be right here when they don't draft a receiver in the first round, because Twitter is going to lose its friggin' mind. Yeah. Is that a possibility, or is this pretty much a given that a receiver's going?
No, I mean, if there was ever a year, Trevor, for a receiver to go in the first round of the Green Bay Packers, this is it. But it hasn't happened in 20 years. I mean, I was going into my high school first year at high school at Bayport when the Packers actually drafted Javon Walker. It's been that long since they've been able to take anybody. So I will say this. I think if there was ever a year to do so, it's this year. And not just because of what happened with Devontae Adams, and not just because of the draft picks. Because as you guys talked about with Mel, I mean, there is depth there at that position. There are different types of receivers depending on your offense or what you want to run. And I think that's exciting. Now, the only question is going to be, are the Packers content staying at 22 in that spot that they got from the Raiders? If they are, we don't know if a Treylon Burks is going to be there. We don't know, if Chris Olave is going to be there, or even if he is, if that's a guy that Green Bay wants based on his size. So is that where they trade back? 2008 is an interesting case for the Packers because Ted Thompson loved Jordy Nelson. That was his guy in that draft class. But even when the Packers came up on the board, he felt like he could get the value. He could get him there in the second round, and they traded back. So, and they ended up still being able to get him, but that was the risk that Ted was willing to take. So it really is going to depend on those first 10, 12 picks, how things are lining up, and if there's a feeling there that Brian Gutekunst could potentially move up to get somebody or move back. I don't see any scenario at all in which the Packers don't take a receiver in the first 2 days, but how early? That's the $1 million question.
Shut up and sit down.